What is going on, guys? Joey Franzo here, Flex Training Systems. Finally back. Finally back from Nationals Corrupted Strength trip. We had Teen Nationals before that. We had Collegiate Nationals before that. We had the Warcat meet before that. We had the Iron Office meet before that. So we just ran a gauntlet of traveling and handling and coaching, and I am crisped. I am burnt. I am roasted. Luckily, I don't need to go anywhere for another 4.5 weeks. But the work is not done, and I am not happy about some things. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go through Nationals kind of general and very quick, and just talk about like some quick takeaways. I don't know why I'm like this, guys. I don't know why I'm like this. Like I don't put commas on things, and we're going to go through this real quick. I did the Two White Lights podcast. So if you want more details, you can tune into that, or just stay tuned for the Coach's Corner, where I'm going to go through Russ's meet, Keiko's meet, Jesus's meet, and then I think you guys will probably be good on Coach's Corners after that. I might do Delaney's. I mean, I could do Infinite, but I just feel like the content is going to get stale. But anyway. So, yeah, let's just go through it. Really quick. Nationals, extremely hot. Daytona is the worst city ever. I don't like it. No offense to anyone that lives there. Just me personally, growing up in Los Angeles, I don't like it. It's really hot. It's really humid. It was like hot rain all the time. The bugs are nuts. The venue was all right. We had to do quite a bit of walking. I'm very thankful I didn't have to compete at this, because I would have just been screwed. You know, you got to walk across the street, you got to walk to the other tower. It wasn't that bad, but for me personally, I like the Arnold setup a little bit better. It's also cold there, very cold and not humid, which I like more than humidity. What else? I got super food poisoning when we got there, and that was like, you know, mentally I was like, man, is this going to be like a precursor for what the trip is going to be like? Crazy food poisoning. It was a barbecue place across the street. That destroyed me. Throwing up all night. Woke up Tina, which I was sad about because she had to compete. I got my bearings. I had a day to kind of gather myself. Basically just working the entire time unless I was at the venue, in which case I was still working. But then once we got to the meet and I actually got to do my thing, I was excited. I was ready. I was fired up. I was happy to be there. You know, I missed that feeling because we were locked down and I didn't get to compete at this level for a really long time. So it was nice to get out there. We had teen nationals and we had collegiates, but this one was just different. It was just different. Collegiates was actually a great meet. I really liked it. Anyway, probably because of the location, but anyway. I'm not really going to talk about 59s or 66s because I didn't really have a stake in that. Oh, really quickly, 59s. Shout out to Ken. I believe he got 4th. He's been with me for many years now, and he works really, really hard in school, and he's focusing on other things. And he trains. Like, training kind of has to take it's on the back burner, but he still hits his marks. He still lets RPE do his thing. And then when school took a break, he was able to get this last block, just really focus on training, recovery. Came in, hit some PRs, did really well. Still needs to learn some, build some confidence on squat and things like that, but really, really good performance. Proud of you, Ken. You came through, you pulled it out. He was very happy at the end of the meet. Said something really nice to me that keeps me going. And so shout out to Ken in the 59s. I don't have any super top tier 66s yet. I'm developing some, but we're not there yet. As far as 74s, obviously I have Taylor up there. I will talk about that, but first I want to say Trevor Woodman, I believe is his last name. Trevor is like an 83 that was like super shredded for I don't even know why he wanted to get so shredded. I think he wanted to stay in 74s, and as a byproduct of that, he had to get super shredded. Got super shredded, did 74s, did fine, hit some personal PRs, really solid numbers, and then, now he's gonna move up. So I was really proud of him. 74s, I didn't have anyone like that I coaching in the top 5. I didn't even have anyone in 74s that I think was in the same flight as Taylor. I think. But I just wanted to say Taylor has been one of the most consistent lifters throughout all the years that I've been in USAPL. He's been like one of the few people, him and Ray, have been at the top since I came in, and I've just always like recognized them as like pillars that have always been there, like just winning all the time. So it was cool to see it. Taylor put up a really good performance. I know he's got a lot going on outside the gym coming up, so shout out to Taylor. Good shit, brother. You motivate us. You motivate, like, me and Russ are going to be motivated by that. Coming into 83s, Russ, Delaney, Gruden. I wanted to walk away with first, second, third. Russ came out, blew it out of the water on squat. Gruden and Delaney were kind of neck and neck. And then coming into deadlift, Russ kind of just pulled away and sealed it up, locked it up. Obviously, there was the whole big thing with him competing against Sean. I guess Sean got injured, unfortunately. I think he's already back doing all 3 again, which is interesting because, like, when you get hurt, there's a lot of different like degrees of an injury. I know when Mikey tore his adductor, like there was no walking. He was just limping. We had to carry him. It took like, I think 10 to 12 weeks before we could even like really squat. I don't think Sean's injury is that bad, but it must have been bad enough to where, because I talked to him about it, and I think if he could have, he must know this too, like getting second or third is infinitely better than what ended up happening. And for me, I was so gassed up for that like head up fight, and then for it to kind of play out the way that it did. I mean, right after squat, I was like, all right, we're up by 100 pounds. I don't see, like, I immediately was like I'm ready. Like, what if he could pull like 780? I don't know. Like, just be ready for it, right? But didn't materialize. He got hurt. Is what it is. It just sucked. I remember when he changed his deadlift opener, I was like, man, this sucks. But it is what it is. So took a lot of pressure off of me. It was like watching a movie and building up a lot of momentum, and then you're thinking a climax is gonna come, and then it never comes. The movie just ends. That's literally how it felt. Although this movie never ends, because there will eventually be another Nationals, there will eventually be another Worlds, or eventually be another Arnold, or whatever, and they're probably going to run into each other again. And who knows what the situation is going to look like then. Maybe Delaney and Russ are going head up. I don't know. Maybe Gruden steps up. I don't know. But Russ ran away with it, blew it out of the water. Super proud of him. I can't say enough good things. I'll save most of my details for his coach's corner. Delaney really pulled through on deadlift. I think he only missed his third squat, and it was only a small jump. But I'm very happy that he was able to correct the technical issues that we had on deadlift and pull through meet day. As a coach, it is extremely rewarding when somebody can do that. When you're like, hey, let's do X, Y, Z, and it'll pay off on the platform, and then they do it. It's like, bah! You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Gruden, super consistent lifter. His biggest thing is he's being very taxed by outside variables. He had a really good prep, really good squats. Barely missed a third bench. Barely missed it. Like, so close to making it and ended up missing it. Not mad about it. His third deadlift, he actually locked out, and they said it was up and down, but he got a white from the middle, which is weird to me, because usually I'm like, if you're gonna get up and down, usually the middle judge is gonna call it, but is what it is. Which is crazy to me, because I was like, if that deadlift got 3 reds, that'd be nuts to me. That'd be nuts. But anyway, he barely missed his third. That allowed Angelo to pull like probably the max of what he could have pulled. It worked out so well for Angelo, but he was able to execute and take third. When I remember like last year or the year before, he was like barely top 10. So really shout out to Angelo. Um, Shout out to Delaney for putting in the work, going through everything. Like I know what's going on behind the scenes, and I'm with Delaney in the gym shooting. You know what I mean? I see what's going on. So for him to come through and get second place, I can't say enough good things, man. I can't say enough good things. Gruden, just coming out of nowhere, doing what he did. These guys are all incredible, and I think they're gonna be insane in the years to come. With Russ, really quickly, he cramped on deadlift, so I need to talk to the guy Fam. Shout out to Fam, who did his nutrition and figure out like what he thinks it could have been, so that doesn't happen in the future. Um, Aside from that, his meat was perfect, and honestly, his last pull was kind of like a YOLO. Like I was like, all right, we win, whatever you want. If he would have said 750 and was adamant about it, I would have been like, whatever. Because it was over at that point. So, like it was at the last World. So, anyway, 93s, Cam and Keiko. My 93s are way too small. Way too small. You can't be 205, 206, 2-3 days out. You can't do that. Keiko's on the regimen now. He's gonna be working on his nutrition. He's gonna be gaining weight. Keiko's gonna come in, and you guys aren't even gonna know who it is anymore. He's gonna literally become a cyborg freak mutant fridge with legs and giant arms. Cam is going super long off season. We're about to take a year off. We're gonna just grind, keep working, and then we're gonna come back at the next nationals, and he's gonna be super Cam. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that, man. When I have these top level guys and we have plenty of time and I can just plan out the year, that's probably one of my favorite preps to do. Super long. It's like, hey man, you got all this time. I'll do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Then I can just kind of build gods. Keiko's last pull came down to it. Which was under where I had him at. I knew I could go as high as 771, but we kept it there. 750 is a pull that he's done many times. He pulled 760 last meet. Keiko went through a lot. Go check out his podcast with King of the Lifts. He'll go through it in detail and just explain like everything that went, everything that he had to everything he had to deal with going into the meet. But yeah, love working with these guys. Super awesome competitors. It's going to be really good. Oh, really quick for the 83, shout out to Lucky Lifts. Lucky Lifts, young prospect, working on that next generation. You know what I mean? Lucky Lifts is going to be up there. He listens. He trains hard. It was a pleasure to meet him. Finally, he had a great meet and very happy with how he performed. Okay, running into 105s. Mikey was injured. Super heartbroken about this. He got hurt in March, I believe. Tore his adductor, bruised real bad, couldn't walk. So unfortunate. Granted, the meet conditions were pretty not good for a super strong lifter like that. When you only have 5-6 people in your flight, 6 people, I believe, and it's super hot, and you're trying to put your water back in your body after having to cut weight. And then you're like warming up and you're pulling like 700 to 800 pounds like 3 times in 20 minutes, 3-4 times in 20 minutes. Because like last warm up, opener, go, go, go. It's tough. It's tough. But I mean, we're back now. He's healthy. He's training. He's back on the full regimen. I just gave him a block. Like he's just now being able to train. So excited to see what he can do. Ashton, shout out to you, man. You know, I've been in your ear here and there. I've been in your DMs, and I've just been telling you, like, hey, man, like, I know the potential that you have. I believe in you, and there's a lot of people saying what they want to say, but I believe that when you put it together, you're the strongest lifter, and no one, until Mikey's better, no one's going to beat you. You know what I mean? No one can even challenge you. So, you know, shout out to Bryce. Bryce actually, I think Bryce had his best meet, but Ashton is just strong. Like he's just really, really strong. Like I just don't understand. But yeah, shout out to Ashton. Demon lifter. All right, Isaac the boy. I just have Isaac on here because oh, also real quick, shout out to Diedrich. He competed also at nationals. He's coached by Mikey. He did great. I just wanted to drop his name real quick. Also, Isaac the boy. Isaac the boy, man. Isaac had an injured pec, and he knew coming into the meet he would have an injured pec. And he showed up to training every day and did what he could and went through the mental turmoil and just stayed strong and did everything that he could to have the best squat and deadlift he could and put up whatever bench he could. And now we have off season. I got him on the pec rehab regimen. So he's going to be back, but I just wanted to make note that not many lifters, knowing they're injured, would still come into the meet and only perform on 2 lifts for PRs. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to PR all 3, most people are like, fuck it, I can't PR my total. Isaac is, he's someone who, like, I put stock in early on, and it's just, like, starting to pay off, paying dividends. I'm really proud of Isaac. You know, he's one of the few people that I speak to on the phone. There's like no one that I speak to on the phone. I speak to on the phone occasionally. Isaac's a good ass dude, man. He's really smart. We talked about programming today. We talked about training today. He's really, really smart. I think he's kind of slept on, honestly, but it's all good. You know, he's an asset to flex. Shout out to Isaac. Can you guys tell I'm a fan? Anyway, super heavyweights. We got Jesus. Phenomenal squat. Blasted his squat. Very conservative bench PR, 551. Super easy. I just wanted to put it in the books, make it official. Now, I think squat going back was 926. Super solid. Very happy with those. Jesus peaks crazy, man. He peaks crazy all the time. And this one, we had a little bit less time to peak, and he still blew it out of the water. Deadlift. Jesus' deadlift strength is unlimited. It's unlimited. It's just, what can we hold? I definitely believe he was the strongest he's ever been on this. He pulled 881 last meet. But I think in training, some old bad habits kind of crept in. Softer lockouts, hands not getting set before we, pull on the bar, before we break it from the ground. Shoulders back behind the bar is a big thing. We got to make sure that we do that. But I'm going to be a broken record and just say, hey, we need to hammer this. Also, he's a little bit bigger now. So his hands are a little bit too muscly, and it's difficult to kind of lock his grip in. But he's working on that, and I'm very confident that in the future he's going to. It's an easy fix, man. Not many people can be in his position where hey, there's one thing we need to do, and it's fix your deadlift lockout and grip. That's, you know what I'm saying? So, which he has. He's done it. He's already shown it to me. He's already done it in a meet. He's literally shown it to me. So, we just gotta go back to that. Easy. Can't wait for the future for Jesus. So many things coming up for Jesus. I vibe with the guy real well. Really, really solid dude. If I'm forgetting anyone, please excuse me. I'm dead. The amount of human bean bags I've dealt with in the last, just names, pure names, oh my, it's hundreds, man. It's hundreds. My brain is fried. Women's classes. Amanda, her hip had been messed up from switching to flats. Although she is very strong in flats, she squatted 573 in flats, 562 in the meet in flats. It kind of caught up with her. So coming into this meet, I knew that basically we're only getting 2 squats, and that's what ended up happening. Bench was fine, considering the conditions. The ER rack. Deadlift came through 562, and she was able to win best overall lifter with only 2 squats basically. That's nuts. Best overall women's lifter. Right now we got her on the small heels. We got a whole regimen to fix the hip and get back to normal, so she's going to be good to go. Really excited for that. We have Worlds coming up. Hopefully Sheffield. Hopefully all these good things, so we'll see. For Tina, this was her comeback meet, having skipped Nationals last year. Well, obviously there's no Nationals last year because of COVID, but she skipped the Nationals before that because of an injury in her glute. that was just made it really difficult for her to train. And this training, we just kind of took like a let's just train, not put pressure on ourselves for hitting big weights. Just take what you have, stay in the pocket. Every squat is to depth. Her deadlift form is good. Her bench is solid. You know, just make sure that we do technique over weight and focus on that, and just kind of like not even stress about training numbers. And she came in, she had a PR squat, which she cried after because you guys gotta understand that when a girl hits a 2.5 kilo PR and they're small, that's like me hitting a it's like me hitting a 5 to 7 kilo PR because you know what I mean? It's like triple weight. So um, PR squat, PR bench, near miss PR deadlift. Really close. You guys should go watch her video. It was really interesting, like way to miss a lift. Um, she could probably do it, try it again, and get it. That's how close it was. But really proud of her going through it because I mean I see what she goes through outside of the gym. It's just a lot. Um, and for her to just come back after taking that time off and get second, that's pretty nuts. You gotta always believe in yourself. You never know, you know, if you give it 100% and you show up and you do your thing, you never know how high you might place. Um, young Haley, the young prospect. Hold on, Tina's. Oh yeah, everybody knows about your Chloe situation with Tina. Yes, that affected Tina, but she was still able to pull through. Tina came through right the last minute. But going back to Haley, Haley's super young, super strong. Um, she did great out there. She was super nervous, but she ended up pulling through. She overcame a lot. She recently like changed gyms and has to commute a long way to get to her gym and back, and it's just, you know, it means a lot to me to be able to work with these like really young lifters that are super determined to make training a priority. It makes me feel like the effort that I put in is being like not wasted, if that makes sense. Like they care about this just as much as I do. So to see her, like I've been through like this whole journey with her in such a short amount of time, and to just take her from locals and then bring her to nationals is like that's what it's all about. So I'm really, really, really proud of her. And I'm just like with all the youngins, I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited to just continue to produce top level lifters. So with this, we were able to take away, you know, best team award again. It's all you guys, man. You know, I'm just out there doing my thing. I'm just there making sure that all the work we put in gets like displayed. But you guys are the ones lifting the weights, putting your trust in me, and you know, shout out to everybody that believed in us the entire time, that always knew that we were gonna come out with W's, and never stopped supporting through everything. You know, literally, you guys keep me going, because there's times when I'm like, you know, am I appreciated? Should I delete this channel? Should I just go dark? Right? Should I just live off Bitcoins forever? You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, you know what? Nah. With the YouTube boys, the YouTube and Twitch boys, man, that's why I got to keep going. The real ones that tune in. You know what I mean? So after Nationals, we came back. I was destroyed. Oh, really quick. Yeah, I was destroyed, but I feel like this was a step in the right direction, but we ain't done yet.
Oh my God,
we got to get it done at the highest level. Worlds is going to be, if Worlds happens, which if the powerlifting gods can hear me, I would like to go to Worlds. Please make it happen. I want to be in Sweden with all my boys and my girls and want to get it done, right? If it doesn't happen, that would really suck, because we missed Worlds last year, and these people deserve it. You guys deserve it. Jesus, Mikey, Keiko, Russ, Amanda. Not Mikey. Sorry, Mikey. I already took you to Worlds once. You don't go this time. Jesus, Keiko, Russ, Amanda. Taylor's up there too, but I don't coach him. I think they deserve it, man. It'll be good. It'll be good to do it. If we can't, that will really suck. But I feel like this was just a step in the right direction. There's a lot we need to work on still, and I'm just hungry for it. I'm like, I'm not satisfied. I don't feel satisfied at all. I just feel like we finally got it done, but we did what I knew we could do, and now we need to go challenge ourselves at a different level, and then hopefully after that we can go to the mega chip um, in the United Kingdom. But who knows? I don't know. I would love for that to happen, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's that. Going really quickly over to CS weekend. So after this, I knew that I had a couple of days to kind of do as much work as possible and do everything I could because I was traveling the next weekend to go to the CS grand opening. If you guys don't know what CS is, it's Corrupted Strength. It's Russ's gym. Russ has been putting a lot of time and effort into this. It's something that he's been wanting to do for a long time. So for him to finally get to open it, it was I felt like the weekend was like it was almost like a celebration of like we through 2020 like we were prepping for a meet. It got canceled. We were gonna do Sheffield, that got pushed. Worlds got canceled. Like there were so many things that we were prepping for and building. So we just had to make our own. Like he had to do his own meet. You know what I mean? He literally made his own meet. Just had it at his gym, unsanctioned, just to kind of see where we're at. I think he blew up like 1906, and then he took some time, and then we had to start over again. We had to build back up. So for this weekend was kind of like a celebration of like just all this work and all this grind and everything that we've been through, just the hell that we had to deal with to finally like do nationals, win, and then open up, open the gym. It was nice to finally go there. I met a lot of people. There's a lot of people that I've not met before that I finally got to meet. Um, it was just really dope. It was just cool to go out there finally and see the gym. It's a really good gym. It's got everything you need. If you're a powerlifter, there's literally nothing that they don't have. The Texas heat was insane. I actually cut my workout early. I did my single and 2 back offs, which were not good. It was like 595 top single, and I was like, brother, I am cooked. I couldn't drink enough water. It was impossible to drink enough water, right? My mouth just like it wouldn't stay hydrated. Hello John, hello Nina in the chat. I got to meet Russell's family, which was special for me because I had heard about them for a long time, obviously, and like to finally see them, see them there with their son. As someone who, let's just say, had a very small family growing up, to see his family there with him, that meant a lot to me, and that was really awesome. Yeah, that's special. That's why I put it there. The hotel was good. The hotel was really, really good. I actually, if I ever go back, I want to stay at that hotel. Our room was on the bottom floor, which was super solid. I had great internet. Oh my goodness. I had great AC. I had great internet. There was food places nearby. It was close to the gym. It was like, I know the spot now. Like if I need to go visit Russ or do something in Houston, like that is the place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my last 2 weeks. Super busy. I keep saying to myself, like, wow, look how busy I am with work, right? I keep saying that. Like, I keep saying I'm so busy. Like, this is the busiest I've been. And then it tops it. And then it tops it. And then it's just busier and busier and busier. And it just keeps going. Like, it just doesn't stop. So, who knows what journeys lie ahead? You know what I mean? So, now we're just waiting to hear and find out if Worlds is going to happen or not. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then we'll roll with the punch. If it doesn't happen, I guess there's a meet. There's some local meets. We have our state meet, and then I guess there's a meet in Virginia I can go to. But if it doesn't happen, that really sucks because there's no reason why it wouldn't now. And now it's just like drama, like powerlifting drama. So it just sucks too because it's like you have all this, and I feel like it'll be. I already talked to Ashton. I know you guys want to know if Ashton's gonna go to Worlds, and he said he'll go to this one. So it'll be. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be one of the best Worlds. But it just like sucks if it doesn't happen because of drama. Anyway, that's enough of that. We still got more work to do. It's not slowing down. Flex is growing rapidly. really all these things are really good in my life. Just everything's I'm just so thankful for everyone. It's crazy, like you guys who have been with me on this channel and on the Twitch, you guys can go back to the beginning of my channel, and you guys, I've literally documented the journey from way back. You guys can see like 2016 Nationals, 2017 Nationals, 2018 Nationals, 2019 Nationals, 2018 Worlds, 2019 Worlds, 2016 Worlds, like everything. Like you guys can literally go back and watch the evolution. You can watch the growth. You can see it. It's all there. It's all authentic. It's all real. It's all in front of you. Um, and I am just, I gotta take a minute sometimes and just be really thankful. Like when I really like my area. It's got a lot of like, I'll go outside and I'll go and walk and I'll just look at the trees and feel the breeze and the non-humidity and the non-100 million degrees and just be in California and just be happy. Like I'm thankful for the things that I have in my life. I'm thankful for the people that I have around me, and I'm thankful that this thing that I started for fun, for me, just because I just wanted to do it, that I was alone doing. I didn't even have to, just did it. I just did it. I just did powerlifting, right? There was no gram to post to. There was a gram, but I wasn't really on it for that. I just did it alone because it was fun. Um, and then it just blew up into this thing that has given me everything I could ever want. So, um, I'm just thankful, and I'm gonna do everything I can to keep it going and keep pushing and keep being a motivator and a mentor and a good coach and whatever you guys want to call me. So, hashtag we did it in the comments down below. Um, and yeah, guys, the grind doesn't stop. We got to keep going. We got more stuff coming up. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay tuned for Coaches Corners. Stay tuned for, podcasts that I'm doing. And check out some of the links in the description. If any of you guys didn't know, I put links in every description to things that I like. Like, there's an ebook it's kind of like a beginner thing that I like, that I promote, my supplements, the flex shop, things like that. Yada, yada, yada. You guys already know what's up. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.